This is Brett Jensen of Biotech Forum. I just wanted to take a minute or a couple of minutes to go ahead update everyone who got our report on Exelixis, EXEL, a small oncology concern back in early May at 4:56 through BrettJensenInvest.com. The shares have since shot up to $12.40, approximately 170% return. I've been getting a lot of questions of what should be done with the stock of late, so I wanted to go ahead and record this update for my followers and for subscribers to BrettJensenInvest.com. It's been one heck of a rally, one that's taken this small company that had about $1 billion market cap to almost $3 billion right now. The success has been fueled by a compound called cabozanib, which is marketed under the Comatrix brand name for thyroid cancer, and Cabometyx for kidney cancer, or at least one form of kidney cancer. They have other trials to go ahead and expand their footprint in that disease niche. The compound is also in late-stage trials for hepatocellular carcinoma, which look solid, if not encouraging, based on interim analysis. They also wholly own the rights for the compound in the US and Canada. They do have a marketing partner for this, a global drug giant called Ipsen, which is their marketing partner outside North America except for Japan. Now, Ipsen earlier this year paid $200 million upfront payment along with sales and regulatory milestone payments and, of course, royalties to go ahead and be the marketing distributing partner outside of North America. This left the company with about $400 million worth of cash as of their last reported quarter, so they're well funded. The company's done everything right, obviously, over the last 4 months and has been rewarded in the market. They've had one of the more seamless rollouts of a new drug by a developmental concern becoming a commercialization concern that I have seen in some time. I wish all my small caps that have been FDA approved for the first drugs were as efficient as this company. It also could be very well a buyout target simply because there's been some movement in the mid-cap oncology space of late. Medivation, another oncology concern, was bought out in late August by Pfizer, who outbid French drug giant Sanofi by $3 billion to pay $14 billion for that concern. That being said, I would not chase the shares here. We've had a huge rally, probably overdue for some consolidation and profit taking. In addition, the stock is pretty much coming up to where the price targets for most analyst firms are on it. So for followers that bought in around the time of the recommendation, I would go ahead and recommend implementing, if you have not already done so, Jensen rules, or so-called Jensen rules. And they go like this. Basically, if you buy 1,000 shares of a small biotech stock and that stock goes up 50%, you sell 100 shares. If the stock doubles, you sell another 200 shares. If you're lucky enough to have that stock triple, you sell a remaining 200 shares. Now, what this does is gives you half of your original stake and a guaranteed profit. So even if the stock consequently goes to zero, you've locked in a profit. Now, this does two things. Number one, it allows you to take some gains and not have any remorse should the stock go down again. And it also keeps you from the larger mistake of throwing out a stock that gives you a triple, but then once you sell it, goes on to quadruple or better in the future and becomes the next biotech juggernaut. It's a good strategy for going ahead and mitigating risk of not selling anything, but not selling the whole thing when further gains could be in the future. If the stock drifted back below $10 a share, I might get interested in it again. But at this time, I think there are better risk-reward scenarios within the small biotech, small biopharma space, and that's why we continue to issue free weekly reports on these names through BrettJensenInvest.com. I thank you for your time, and that is your update on Exelixis.